Hey everybody, welcome to week 4 consumer behavior marketing. So 3 weeks down, 2 to go. And I got our summer scenery here for us. And real quick, there's a few of you not very active in the course, so you guys need to kind of catch up and get in here. The rest of you doing good. Those of you that are at, discussion forums and this homeworks, doing good. Discussion, yeah, though, like I say, it's 50-50. So those of you that are in there, doing great. Then there's those that are not, you're not doing great. So that impacts the grade and so forth. So make sure you get in there. Let's jump up to week 4. You got 3 chapters. I believe it's 11, 13, 14. Let me go down here to your, yeah, 11, 12, 13. So environment, we're talking, marketing, consumer environment. There's a lot of things I always suggest you go through the slides, but suggest you go through these too because it covers a lot of things associated with consumer behavior and gotten to do with culture, social issues, a lot of different things, macro and micro environments. So there's a lot got to do there. Also got to do with culture, like I say, culture, subcultures, class. You got really poor people, middle people, rich people. Plus, there's a lot of technical definitions on how those are broken down. So there's a lot of things in here you need to look at and understand and learn the terms and concepts and so forth, how that all works. There's different behaviors, and like I say, things like this here. You got different type. These charts here. You got different types there. Let me see here. Cross-cultural influences. There's a lot of things that go into that depending on neighborhoods, where you grew up. Here in Missouri, you grew up in Missouri maybe, but depending on where else you might be, if you grew up in a place like New York, like I grew up in New York City, you got all these different cultural neighborhoods, Italians, Irish, so forth. And so there's things that go with that, different types of restaurants and foods and things like that. So you got a lot of things involved in cultures. There's all things like social classes and just different little things. What else here? Like I said, just there's a lot that goes into it. And if any of you plan on getting into marketing, very interesting field, always changing, trying to keep up with it. How do you appeal to people? How do you appeal to customers? There's different things that go into it. Things like values. Different, I guess, demographics or groups of people have different values. Some people look for cheap, some people look for good. So some people will look for expensive even though it's not good and it's cheap, made or whatever. But so you got lots of different factors that go into all these things. So let me see what else we got here. Yeah. Like I say, all this stuff you need to be familiar with, so you understand it and how it works. And you might even find after I started taking marketing classes and stuff, in the back of my head thing when I'd be somewhere, I'd say, oh yeah, I see what they're doing here. So there's different things that got to do with that. When I was doing the Domino Pizza stuff, you guys get coupons in the mail and things like that, or on top of pizza boxes or whatever the case might be. So there's different methods of different methods of getting in touch with customers, different types of customers. A term I think I mentioned last week. I had a vice president in Domino's that used to use the term "train your customers." As I mentioned before, I think the other weeks, a lot of us automatically go to McDonald's. It's not even an impulse anymore. It is muscle memory, I think they call it. So there's things like that, that happen. What else? I'm just looking to make sure. Subculture, social class, types of subcultures. There's different areas of the U.S. that have certain culture to it and background, ethnicity, background, whatever I'm sure you know what I'm trying to say, but background things there. So So you know, there's different things. You know, like if you like Mexican food, you know, you got Taco Bell, and then you got the real Mexican food that is made at the Mexican restaurants. You know, a lot of people make jokes about Taco Bell, but you know, I think it's good stuff. So, da, 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 da. Yeah, here you got all the different, you know, cultures here that they go over a little bit. So you got different things that go on, you know, that you have to deal with here. Um, let me see. I just want to make sure that. Okay, and then chapter 14 also. Sorry, so you got the 3 chapters there. Cool. You got reference groups. Uh, a lot of us will buy stuff or we'll try a place because somebody mentioned it, and then that's it. You know, you're there forever. You got things like a certain grocery store, depending on what it is you go to, which is, you know, the brand. You know, some people just go strictly by a brand name. So depending on what it is. Okay. Another thing, you know, we talk about, you know, consumer behavior, why people buy what they buy and stuff. Again, back in my pizza days, you know, I just mentioned coupons, you know, so like a thing like a standard coupon with Domino's, and you'll notice with any, you know, whether you go Pizza Hut or Papa John's or Domino's, those are like the big 3, I guess. You know, you got the standard coupons, stuff that never changes. Like, so this was one of them, 2 large 2-topping pizzas for $14.99. All right. Now this is like 10 years ago. I mean, it's probably up to 17, but back then, and so when I was in Ohio, there was this company. It was called BO. I think it was Buy One Get One Pizza. I mean, that was their name. You know, or Pizza Buy One Get One, and that was their whole thing. They were popping up like Starbucks all over Ohio, and their gimmick was buy one get one. So they would sell these large pizzas, like a large 2-topping pizza. And I remember that, you know, because I went in there to look because I was curious. And a large 2-topping pizza back then with them was like $17.99. But yet people flocked there because they thought they were getting a free pizza. You know, so they got 2 pizzas for $18. You know, when all the competitors, because Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's would always be in the same price. So the other 3 big competitors were selling for $15. Same thing, but because you add that word free on there, people, there's just something about it. There's a lot of debate, you know, there's a lot of debate in the marketing world, not necessarily marketing because it works, but, you know, in other areas about how, you know, is it misleading or is it, what, people. So for whatever the reason, people love buy one, get one. Even though in most cases they're not really getting that free one, they're paying for it because they're paying double the price. So, but that's just an example. Okay, I'll leave that, and okay, I'll get out of here. I think the only other thing of the discussion, week 4 discussion is, you know, your homework. Same as each week. You know, you got the question. You know, you got the particular um, topic or whatever here. So here again, you know, you have to describe the strategies on that. And then on discussion, I'm pretty sure. All right, so you can answer one of these here. So you can pick one that you want to, you know, the macro and the micro environments, grocery stores. You know, again, you have regional chains like, you know, you got Schnook. I know we have Schnucks, Deerbergs. You know, you got all these things like that, and then you got the Walmarts. So you got, so you got national chain there, regional chain, and then you also got things like, okay, depending on what part of the state you're in or something, you might have something specific for that. So you know, that's a good topic. Also, the other one here, you know, if there's a culture thing. So either way, and that will do it. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Don't want to keep you too long. So okay. So that's it for this week. So week 4, another week on, you know, so we'll have another 2 weeks here. I'll do my test question real quick for you. Let me know what you think this is. And that guy there is me. And you may have seen this before if you've been in other classes with me. It just depends. So, but anyway, okay. So there you go. I will leave that with that. And otherwise, have a great week. If you need anything, call me, let me know, and talk to you next time. Take care, everybody.